What's up, everybody? How's it going? It is Matt, and it is Terrifying Tuesday. Yes, folks, it is yet another day. First and foremost, I do wish each and every one of you are having a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, all that wonderful stuff, because life's too short otherwise. Please do like, share, and subscribe, because I love seeing all your new faces, and all your old faces as well. And always remember, guys, both new and old, always look in the description box for more information on the day's film. There will always be a brief synopsis, the runtime of the cut I am watching, the rating on it, when it came out, the starring cast, the director, a couple little trivia things on there, and then of course a link to either a trailer or a scene. Today's one, I found a trailer for you guys, which most of the movies that I come across that I do have some sort of trailer that I can give you. So that is at least nice for you guys to check that out, and hopefully it gives you more of what kind of a vibe you're going into for the movie, and it'll help you decide if you wish to track down a copy to either own it, see, or stream it, or whatever you do with however you see it at some point or another. It'll definitely help be a deciding factor, I feel like. Okay, got all that out of the way. Let's get on to the movie of the day. Yes, folks. This one is none other than Just Before Dawn. I do not have that new Blu-ray that they have out with the very ugly artwork. I want to get a Blu-ray of this, but I have a hard time justifying paying $40 for one movie. Maybe two movies for $40. I'm totally down with, but just one movie in all, and it's basically expensive because it's a Code Red, and also on top of that, I'm not the biggest Code Red fan. Nothing against them and their business practices and all that. I am just a lot of your quality of your films when you transfer them over isn't the best, and you come up with some strange artwork like this one here. Like, I don't know if I like this artwork or not. I did like the artwork for the Shriek Show Media Blasters old DVD on that one, which I used to have a copy of that. I really wished I would have kept it, just because it's it has more special features than this one. This one has no special features. All it has is a bunch of trailers, and it has two different versions of the movie, which today I watched the extended cut, which runs at an hour and 42 minutes. So it's 12 minutes longer than the regular cut, which runs at an hour and 30 minutes. So it does have quite a bit extra, some gore in there, some extra other little tidbits here and there, and throughout the movie. But like I said, this is from Code Red. This is number 77 on the spine right there, if you can. Alright, and as far as it goes, there is zero, folks. Zero reversible cover artwork, that's how it usually is with most DVDs. It is a standard issue press DVD. And as far as like what I said with special features, it's got the two cuts of the movie, which, like I said, there's a 12-minute difference between both of them. And then there's a bunch of trailers, and that's about it. I didn't watch all the trailers to see what was in there. I know I've watched it before. I just can't remember off the top of my head. I didn't rewatch it today. I did watch the extended cut. Oh, excuse me, folks. Excuse me. So that's everything for as far as the release that I have here. Like I said, there's a newer Blu-ray, which is like $40. So if you guys do want to purchase a copy, there's that route. There's another older Blu-ray that came out, I think, right around the same time as this one. That is a little pricier as well. Just every copy for this one, it seems like it's got a price tag on it that's a little high, in my opinion. It is a damn good movie, I will say that. It is one of my go-to slashers when I don't have anything to watch. It's one that I prefer to throw in for many reasons. I love the sound score. The acting is fun in it. It's got a great cast. People that I've seen in a bunch of other stuff. We got who we got in it? We got George Kennedy, which you guys should probably know him from like the Naked Gun movies. What else has he done? Death Ship, which is amazing. Wacko, which I recently just got that. I'm not too sure if I'm going to review that one. Let me guys know. Should I review Wacko or not? I have seen it now. I've seen it twice, and I'm curious what you guys would think about that one. Like I said, it has George Kennedy, and that one also has Jodan Baker and a bunch of other people. I can't remember everybody off the top of my head. Now, as far as who else, we got Chris Lemmon, who is, yes, folks, is the son of the legendary Jack Lemmon. Yes, it is his son. We got Greg Henry, which I know him mostly for stuff like Payback, Slither. Oh shoot, there was a couple other things in there that I knew him from. Guardians of the Galaxy. There was one other thing that I knew him in there from, but I can't remember now off the top of my head. But he is a very memorable character. I loved his character in Slither. He plays the mayor of this town, and he is the crudest mayor that you've ever met in your life. Everything like, hey you cocksucker, and then like, move your ass, and stuff like that. He's all pissed off at one point because he wanted Mr. Pibb, because it's the only soda that he likes. And oh my god, if you haven't seen Slither, check it out. Not just for Greg Henry's character, but there is also some other great characters in there. We got Nathan Fillion, however his name is pronounced, is in there as well. He plays your lead good guy. But back to this one, we got Jamie Rose and Mike Kellin in here. Mike Kellin, which I know him from stuff like The Boston Strangler, which is from 1965 or 66, if memory serves me correct. Very, very fun movie. I must say, it's is one of the early movies to do like multiple screens on multiple shots on one screen. So you'd have like somebody answering a phone over here, the person calling, not just those two people, but then you'd have somebody else getting like, let's say, attacked by the Boston Strangler, and then you have like the Boston Strangler's view. So you'd have like multiple shots like that in certain scenes. It was very cool. I do highly suggest the Boston Strangler. It's Tony Curtis plays the Strangler in it, and he's got a very funny prosthetic nose on it, one that I always found kind of humorous. And then what else is he from? He's also from Sleepaway Camp, folks. Yes. Which Sleepaway Camp, he played Mel, the sleazy head of the camp counselors, or he was like the camp administrator, lead owner, whatever of it. He played Mel. It was his last role, however, and he did pass away, I believe, a couple years after he played Mel in Sleepaway Camp, which, if any of you guys know, that is one that I absolutely adore, and I watch it multiple times every year because it makes me feel good. All three of them, 1 through 3, I love watching multiple times. They're just fun movies. So is this one. This one's a fun one. I probably watch it maybe 2 times a year, maybe sometimes 3. I know when I first got the movie, the Street Show Media Blasters one, I watched it probably 3 times within a week because I was so like in awe of how good it was. Now, what is it about, you ask? I've gone on for like 9-10 minutes without even telling you a bit about the movie. What it is about this group of friends. There's 5 of them. They're going up to this mountain, up up in the mountains to this place where Greg Henry's character has basically inherited this giant patch of land up there, and he's going up there to check it out and to do a little camping, a little exploring, have a little fun, drink a little beers, and maybe drink some booze, and have a little sexy time with his old lady, which is she's with him as well. They're up there for a nice little fun weekend. But it does start off with Mike Kellin's character, and I forget. I think Jamie Rose was who played. I could be wrong. He played his son-in-law Rachel, which I really cracked up because his name's Rachel. It starts off with them two. They're stumbling around. Mike Kellin's character is kind of stumbling around because he's got a bottle of booze in his hand, and they're in this old church, which, however, it does look like it's a very old dated church, which actually was a church that was built and by the cast and by the not the cast but the crew of this movie, and they were able to weather it and make it look as dilapidated as it is. They did that good of a job, in my opinion, because it does look like some old building they found in the middle of nowhere. But Mike Heflin's character sees our villain of the movie, which is this giant behemoth, very big guy. He is there's a fun little thing going on with there because there's a whole lot of things with twins going on in this. They see a lot of twins when they're going up the mountains. Not a lot of them. I think they ran into one set of that you see, but they talk about how that's the multiple ones. They're like, oh, there's another set of Gemini, as one character said in here. Oh, excuse me. Have another cigarette, Matt. Have another bowl. Why don't you? And this, I almost forgot, this is directed by Jeff Lieberman, the guy who also did Blue Sunshine or Sunrise. I think it's Sunshine. And then he also did The Amazing Squirm. And then I think he also did he do the first Ghoulies? I think he might have. I could be very, very wrong. But he has a nice little career. I think he's only did like 12 movies, 13 credits on his directorial on his director's IMDb page, at least. Now back to what it was about. They after you see them, Rachel is killed. Blah blah blah. It's fun how he gets dispatched. I really like it. You cut to the group of friends going up the mountain. They are stopped by none other than the legendary George Kennedy, who plays the park ranger, and he is basically warns them not to go up there. On the way up, they also before they get to George Kennedy, they run into the Mike Heflin character running around and hiding in the woods. They run into him, and he's warning them not to go up there. Blah, blah, blah. Please take me with you. Let's get out of here. There's demons up there. Stuff like that. And then they run into the George Kennedy character, who is a park ranger that is really dedicated to his job. That's how I would describe him. He loves his job and loves everything about it, from the plants to the animals of it. The guy is very dedicated. Now he warns them not to go up there as well. The kids foolishly don't listen. They go up there. They find a nice little spot on this lake. They go to swim in. There's a magical scene where one of the girls is swimming around naked or topless, at least. Which word is that when that scene was happening, a bunch of locals showed up and were like watching from off distance and stuff like that. 'Cause they were sneaking peeks at the chick, which is like, oh, you skeezy old bastards, or you skeezy people, because I'm sure there might have been a couple women here and there, who knows, but I'm not one to judge. Anyways, but there's a magical scene where she's swimming around and she thinks she's being touched by her boyfriend, played by Chris Lemmon's character. She is being touched by our villain of the movie, and you just see his arm come up and reach up and touch her. It's very creepy. I'm not gonna lie, very effective scene. One that I like, and this one, it's your standard stalk and slash. They cut killing people one by one, eventually down to your final one or two or three people. I'm not going to tell you. I will tell you that one character is there's two characters that they completely turn into a complete polar opposite of what they are by the end of the movie, and it's weird. One is a degradation of their character, like basically they're no longer a strong, rugged man. He is dwindled down to nothing, and there's a very a woman who's very mild mannered who ends up becoming the rugged one. It's kind of cool how they did it. There's a nice little showdown at the very end. One that I love how they how a certain person dies in that scene. It's very, very fun, interesting, makes your throat hurt. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about, the fireplace scene when the hand goes into the, but anyways, as far as like ratings would go on this one, on a technical side, this one's a fun one. I don't really notice anything bad about it. The only complaint I have for this is the transfer. The extended transfer, the cut is very grainy. Lots of static going on with it. It's not terrible. It's not affecting the overall vibe of the movie. So do keep that in mind, that it is something there if you want to watch the extended cut on this one. Now, I'm not sure if the new Blu-ray has a cleaned up version. That would be really nice if they did have both cuts on there, and then some special features at least. Come on, guys. For especially the prices of your damn movies. Back to the technical. There's some good editing in there. The momentum stays nice and smooth. It doesn't like jump from a weird scene into a weird scene, like action scene into just a complete stutter stop where you got nothing going on. Or vice versa. It can really affect a movie if you're not paying attention to your editing and your momentum of how your film's developing as it goes. Now, as far as camera work, it's fun. It's basic. You're not going to see any crazy shots that are going to be like, whoa, how did they do that? Nothing like that. The sound score is very good. I love the main theme of the song. It's a high-pitched whistle type sound. I really like it. It's fun. The whistle's supposed to be in reference to one of the characters has a whistle that he carries around his neck that he blows. It's in reference to that, basically. Or at least that's what I've read. That's what it means. So I'm going to give it a 3 on the technical side, but as far as an entertainment side goes, this thing is so much fun. I would probably give it a 4 out of 5, 7 out of 10 movie. I would definitely say it's a B++ movie. This is fun. It is almost a top tier slasher in my opinion. It's almost as good as some of the Friday the 13th movies, or if not better than some of them. I'm not gonna lie, this one is really good, folks. I highly recommend it. I give it 2 severed thumbs up, man. Definitely check it out. So that's it. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. It's been coming up on 20 minutes. I'm gonna let y'all go. Tomorrow, I think I'm gonna do another slash. I think I'm gonna do slashers all week long. If that's okay with you guys, I think that'd be kind of fun. I haven't, even though I do sprinkle in a lot of slashers throughout the way because I'm a huge fan of them. All right, guys. Love your faces. Peace as always.